A dominant display from our Gunners on the road earns Arsenal all 3 points at Turf Moor. Hello everyone, welcome to Nation Sports for the match analysis between Burnley and Arsenal. Always remember to subscribe because every subscription is valued and appreciated. Arsenal produced another incredible attacking away day to brush aside Burnley at Turf Moor. Having recorded our record away Premier League win last weekend, Arsenal was back at it in the northwest, blowing away the relegation-threatened hosts. Martin Odegaard set the tone after just 4 minutes, drilling home the opener before Bukayo Saka doubled the lead from the penalty spot. Saka began the second half with a tremendous second, and Leandro Trossard made it 4-0 as we began to run riot. Kai Havertz got in on the act to make it 5-0 with more than 10 minutes remaining to round off a thoroughly ruthless display, and make it 5 wins on the trot, and 21 goals scored in those victories. Odegaard's early opener, well, coming into the game brim full of confidence on the back of Arsenal's high-scoring win over West Ham last week, Arsenal picked up where they left off at the London Stadium. There were barely 5 minutes on the clock when the skipper opened the scoring from a move that started in Arsenal's own box. Declan Rice fed the ball to Gabriel Martinelli, who raced away on the left flank. The Brazilian cut the ball back with the outside of his foot to the edge of the area, where Odegaard was waiting in the D. He had time to take a touch, then drive it low left-footed into the bottom corner, but typical precision. It was the perfect start, and immediately put the hosts on the back foot. Arsenal then dominated possession for the next 20 minutes or so, but despite dictating the game, we were largely restricted to shots from outside the area. Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka both had speculative efforts blocked as the pace of the game dropped. Burnley threatened to grow into the game with half an hour on the clock. Aaron Ramsey drew a save from David Raya at his near post. But Arsenal remained patient in their build-up play, and carved out a chance that Trossard could not make the most of. Some quick passes inside the box resulted in Saka squaring for the Belgian 6 yards out, but he took an airshot with the goal virtually at his mercy. Saka on the spot. Trossard made amends shortly afterwards though, winning the penalty that allowed Arsenal to double the lead. He was brought down by a desperate lunge from Lorenzo Signon, when through on goal, and referee Jared Gillett had no hesitation pointing to the spot. Signon picked up a yellow card for his mistimed challenge. Saka stepped up again, and squeezed his penalty low into the corner, down to James Trafford's left. It was the England man's 14th goal of the campaign, following his brace last weekend, and his 4th successful penalty out of 4 this season. Ruthless Gunners. It was by no means a free-flowing, swashbuckling opening half from Mikel Arteta's men, but Arsenal were rarely in trouble at the back, and thoroughly deserved the lead at the interval. Arsenal had been ruthless though, and continued in that vein as soon as the second half started. Once again it was the informed Saka who supplied the finishing touch, and what a finish it was. Odegaard's clever pass inside the box wrong-footed Hannes Delcroix, and Saka shifted the ball from left foot to right, before rifling his shot high into the roof of the net at the near post. Kai Havertz had played his part in the goal too, controlling well before finding his skipper. After a lengthy stop while Ramsey received treatment, Trossard spurned a couple of chances before he did eventually make it 4-0 all within the space of 5 minutes. First he dragged one wide with his left foot after being set up by a grounded Martinelli, then was just off target when aiming for the top corner. With his third chance though he would not be denied. Jakub Kiwior fizzed in a cross from the left that either Saka or Havertz could have finished, but Trossard did, convincingly lashing home past Trafford. Arteta immediately turned to his bench, making a triple change, perhaps with Wednesday's trip to Porto on the mind. Relentless Gunners. But the changes did not signify any let-up on the pitch, as the rain continued to fall at Turf Moor. Havertz, heavily involved all afternoon, was the next to get on the scoresheet. It was excellent play from the German, who picked up possession well outside the box, drove forward, easily beat his man, then coolly slotted past the keeper. It meant we had scored at least 5 goals in consecutive away league games for the first time in our history. More importantly, it earned us 3 more points, to maintain the pressure at the top of the table. What's next? After the winter break for European competition, Arsenal returns to Champions League action in midweek, travelling to Porto for the first leg of our round of 16 game on Wednesday night. The Premier League programme resumes against Newcastle United, at Emirates Stadium, on Saturday, and Burnley will take on Crystal Palace on the 28th of February. Guys, always remember to subscribe because every subscription is valued and appreciated. Have a good evening.